Trains rumble through the middle of Colorado cities every day and every night. And on some rare days, like today, one derails. Hundreds of gallons of diesel fuel spilled up in Loveland. Our Mark Salinger looks at the push to make sure that safety rules can keep pace with Colorado's growth along rail.
Before the sun rose in Loveland, people woke up to a train off its tracks and hundreds of gallons of fuel spilled. Trains roll through the center of town at all hours of the day, just like they do in cities all around the state.
But the biggest issue is how close we're letting development be to the train tracks.
In Denver, new developments are built as close as they legally can get to the tracks. Former at-large city councilwoman Debbie Ortega says there are thousands of homes and apartments that practically touch the trains.
That if we have an incident with a petroleum product breach that causes an explosion, it will have a firecracker effect, and it will be catastrophic to our downtown.
For years, she's fought to make sure safety measures around railroads keep up with Colorado's growing population. When she was in city council, she tried to pass new rules requiring new developments to be built farther away from train tracks. That failed.
And what we were looking at was 100 feet, which is about the distance of a train car, so that if you had a derailment, you're at least providing some safeguards.
In June of last year, a train derailed near the Suncor refinery. In 2022, a train derailed into the South Platte River. Across the state, there are concerns about new proposed rail projects, like the Uinta Basin Railway through Glenwood Canyon, that opponents say could impact millions of people's drinking water if a derailment were to happen.
I think at a local level, we need to be talking about zoning codes. At a state level, we need to be talking about empowering and protecting workers.
Ian Tafoy is the state director with Green Latinos. While the future of the Uinta Railway is uncertain, he says the impact of other rail lines running through urban areas could still be harmful.
When it comes to trains, we're talking about derailments, impacts to water, air quality, vibrations, air pollution. It's all on the table when it comes to trains.
A small derailment in one town today that continues a conversation about safety and growth around the state.
There's so much more that we could and should be doing.
Last year, the city and county of Denver released a report on railroad safety in the city. In part, it said that a hazmat incident involving trains in the city is, quote, highly likely. One of the easiest suggestions given was to develop evacuation plans, Kyle. Yes, evacuation just in case this happens, just to, be ready.
And how many people are we talking about that are truly within a baseball's throw of a train track?
Yeah, so Denverite, an awesome publication in town, did the math on this. They said 6,000 residential parcels are within 100 feet of a railroad track in Denver. That's not a whole lot of space in between the railroad and 6,000 homes.
Yeah, and those are the folks who are real close.
That's like
real close.
You can throw a rock and hit that.
All right, Mark, thank you very much.